Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizu. You're watching my channel Mizu 14, and I'm here doing real life talk number 3, my movie review of the Avengers, Marvel's Avengers Endgame. And I'm trying not to do like I did with Us. I'm trying not to give too much spoilers, so it won't be much spoilers in this review. It's just my overall general take on it, how I feel about it, what I thought about the movie, my experience about the movie, what I would do anything different, and the plot and everything like that, the acting, the characters, so like that, but not giving too much details of the movies themselves. So if anybody who want to see it, don't want to be spoiled, could go ahead and watch it. And if you don't care about being spoiled or spoilers, it won't be too much about it, but I try and explain as much as I can so you can give a general overview about the movie and see if you want to see it yourself. Alright, so I went to the movies today to see Marvel's and Avengers. I was like, you know what? I like seeing a lot of Marvel movies. I didn't see Captain Marvel. I didn't see that movie, and I don't think I did. I didn't see Ant-Man or Wasp either. So most of the Marvel movies I went to see, but I didn't see all of it. But I was like the end game. I said, all right, this is the conclusion of what happened because the last Marvel movies I saw, Thanos got all the stones. He got all the Infinity Stones. So after he got all the stones, he just basically wiped out most of the people on the earth. And it's like, all right, okay, he just wiped them out. So it was done. It was like, what else can they do? So I was like, I saw it today, and I went around on 115, saw the 115 movie, and I didn't get out of there till like close to 5 o'clock. It was a 3 hour movie. I was like, damn, this movie is long as motherfucker. I was like, 2 hours is long as hell. But 3 hours to sit in the movie theater watching this movie, I said, wait, they really gotta do something. I was saying it must be a lot of action to sit down with 3 hours. But that was the only thing about it. I sit down with movies for 3 hours. So if you prepared to go to movie theaters and sit down for 3 hours, go ahead. I mean, like I said, it was good to me. I enjoyed the movie. But 3 hours, that was a lot. And I went to see the 3D. I went to see it in 3D. Because by the time I got there, it was still at the time, and to go see 3D, a stand-up movie, I would have been waiting. I said, no, I just go take the 3D movie and just call it a motherfucking day. Wear the glasses and watch the movie. I like. So, overall, I had enjoyed Marvel Avengers. I had enjoyed the movie. It was nice. It was a good conclusion. I was like, oh my gosh, really this happened. One part got me teared up. I teared up at one part. I don't know why. Sometimes I get emotional. When something is so sad and so hurtful, it was like, oh my gosh. Like, I just teared a little bit. My friend who sat next to me, she said, oh, you crying? I said, I'm not crying. I said, shh. I wasn't really crying, but I did tear up at one part. And I want y'all to watch the movie to find out what part. I mean, I can't tell you what part. I ain't gonna tell you what part it was. But it was a part that was emotional, and it was close to the end, and I was like, wow. But I was like, really? It was certain parts of the movie too that was got me like crazy going, and got me all sad about it. But I was like, wow. But overall plot of the movie, it was good. I enjoyed it. I was able to follow it. It was not confusing. In some part, maybe some people might get confused with the direction they were going for, but the way how they explain it. And the one thing about Marvel, they do a lot of explanation and a lot of talking, and that's one thing I kind of say that's like a downfall to me in a lot of these Marvel movies, because they do, especially a lot of these movies that you think it'd be so grand and big, like the Apocalypse, for example. With the Apocalypse, I was like, that's the beginning of him. I don't know if they should do another one that have him, but the Apocalypse movie, majority of the movie was mostly talking, and it was not much action. They got really to action when it close to the end, and I said, why you wait to the end to get the action when you had all this? Do you want to explain everything? I was like, come on, get it, more actions going on. But that's how I feel about this movie, Avengers. Like, it was a lot of dialogue, and it was good. A lot of it was funny. Some was sad. Some was like, oh my gosh, girl, what's going on, and stuff like that. But it was like, all right, I understand what was going on, I understand the plot, I understand the direction, I understand what is going on. It was not confusing. It flowed from 8.8 to 8B. It had a clear, concise plot. It was not complicated for anybody to understand. So if you're really not the person who like to think, you just want to watch the movie, you could be able to watch this movie without having any problem understanding what they was trying to go for. Now, if you saw the last Avengers movie that happened, this is a continuation from that one. This is the end game of what happened. Thanos is the ultimate evil. When I know about Thanos, when I was read comic books in the past, he was this ultimate villain of the Marvel universe, and the Marvel people had to come together and to defeat this common threat because their goal was to wipe things off and start over and build something. And so he collected things, snapped his fingers, and a lot of people died through the last Avengers movie. I was like, oh my god, that was a sad moment too. So it was like, wow, everybody was dying. There was dust, everybody going there, and so like that. So in the movie, people, the ones that did survive, want to get together and do something about this. It's like we can't just stand around and let this happen. But it was lost hope because people was wiped out. It was no hope for us. There's no hope for Avengers. What can we do? Like they don't know what Thanos is at that point. They can't pinpoint him. It's like a lot of people that were in the comics died. So it's like there's no bringing people back. So it was like, all right, this is the end of us. It's a point. It's like done deal. But one of the person was Thanos' daughter. Cause I remember she switched sides. She betrayed Thanos in the last movie because Thanos killed her sister Gamora, and that was sad too. I would say, damn, you so heartless. So he did that. So she was working with the Avengers at that point. So one point, one of the characters, Ant-Man came. I don't know where. It was 5 years later, whatever happened. Before that happened, they was able to find who was Thanos at. Final Thanos. One of the characters told is that I know he at. He told us, I think that was his daughter, Thanos' daughter, is that I know he at. He told us this was his end game all this time when he said if you accomplish your goal, will you go? And he told her this is that, and they have the exact same answer. So she pinpoint exactly where they're going, go find him. They found him. And this part I didn't like because that's why I spent this more. I said they found him, they did what they said what they said, something happened, and I was like, okay, that's it. So what's the point of this movie then? And my point at that point. So that was that. And then it jumped forward to the future. And then when it jumped forward to the future, one of the characters, the Marvel characters movie, Ant-Man came out. And he was like, what's going on? And saw the place. It was basically nobody around. And it was only a little bit civilization, a little bit people around. So it was like, okay, all right, exactly. So he came out, all stuff, everything. He eventually got with the Avengers who was alive, who was Iron Man, Captain America, Rocket, who else? I think Black Widow, Natasha, they were still alive. War Machine, I think who else was still alive around that time. Captain Marvel was there, Thor. Hawk was there? I don't know. I think Hawk was there too, but he was still one of the people who was still alive around that time. And that's when they met all that stuff. So the future Ant-Man came back, saw them and explained to them some crazy kind of idea. Basically, they believed his idea, but they needed help. And Iron Man, at this point, like, he just so bummed out because they lost to Thanos. And he went by his own little merry way. We got Hawkeye. He was in his own, I think it was Hawkeye. Was it Hawkeye? I think it was Hawkeye, yeah. The one with the arrows. Yeah, Hawkeye. He was his family. So I would say people got families in there and everything. And it's so cute. And stuff was that happening. And they went to, Ant-Man took them and went to see Iron Man. And Iron Man wouldn't believe it. He said, nah. He was dumbing down. And he said, whatever. He got his daughter, he got his kid, and all that stuff. He didn't want to deal with this stuff start going out. No, but going on with that. But in the back of his mind, he going to start thinking about it. because you know Iron Man, he don't make things, especially when there's a possibility for that to happen, to get what they want, to be the hero. So they was working on it. They met Hawk, Bruce Banner, and Hawk is in his regular Hawk, in his Hawk form, and he was cool kid. Everybody wanted to take pictures with him and stuff like that, and he was good. So they had this idea. They was gonna try to test it out. They did a test run and all that stuff, but like I said, I'm trying to get too much details, but I can't help myself. But did a test run and happened, and then hit to work some twinks. Iron Man saw them, and he realized he was able to work on the idea and get it working. So he came to them and said, "No, I found a way to make this work." So they did that, but for all that to happen, they had to assemble the people who were still alive, who still are left of the Avengers to work on getting this thing. So their plan was to use the idea they decided to go for and go back to whatever happened to get to redo whatever was done in the past. They cannot change the past, but they could change some things what happened in that past. So how they get there, I let y'all figure it out yourself. But they wanted to do something to um, get the stones and right their wrongs and refix what happened. So if they go back to the time when Daniel took the stones, they can find the exactly location they got the stones and work and fix it out and work it out. But it's not gonna be that easy because when they do it, they don't have much chances to get this done because they messed it up. They be done. It will be no more second chances or third chances. This will be their last chance. So they had to get this done. So they had to get everybody just scattered around, feel bummed out because what had happened. Because I was like, that point when I said I didn't really like that point, something happened at that point that made everybody disperse. Yeah, I need to watch it to see what happened. So everybody dispersed and they had to get people and get back on board. They eventually got everybody on board and they got in their new suits and stuff. And they went to do what they had to do. And each group was responsible to get the stones at a certain time period. So one had to go this place, one had to go to that place, one had to go to this place. It was that, and they cannot mess it up, but not everything go well how they work it, how they want it to be. So when they got the thing, they had some trials and tribulations, some errors, some things happening. Somebody died. Y'all gotta figure out who died. It was like, oh my gosh, and it all came back. Somebody betrayed the Avengers at one point, and during the midst of this planning, right, when they went back to the past, you know, Dan was alive at the time because they went back to the time period, and he figured out their plan. So he go intercept their plan and come back and go forward to the future to thwart their plans and to change what he had done. He was going to use it. He did his purpose with the stones before, but they fixed that and they wanted to go back. So he know what he said. He going to rethink his plan and redo it over and do something different how he did it before. So it was a kind of like a in between. They went back, same crossed up in the middle, and they came back to the future. And I was like, wow. And that was a good little twist. And that's how that was. So it was a lot going on with this, and at different time points, some points were funny and everything. I said, "Wait a minute!" and Thor and all that stuff, and it was trying to get everybody together. And it was on point. They was able to get whatever they needed to do, accomplish what they needed to do, not without any heartache, because they came back and they realized not everyone came back. And it was like, wow. And it had to happen. They wanted to get back with the point in time with the stones. So they did that, got back a point in time. Now, when this happened, and everybody was so celebrating, Thanos came. And he came in this Black Havoc. He had his group of army. And it was something going on, that little thing. This is when the action happened. Mostly when they got geared towards after they came back for what they killed the stones. And it was nice. That ending scene was glorified. I had in my seat. I said, oh oh shit, all that stuff. What's going on? It was nice, and it was people coming for all walks of the thing. With Captain Marvel, then it had the Black Panther, and there was a lot of people. All the people came back, and it was like, oh my god, this is gonna be an ultimate showdown. This is gonna be good. Spider Man. Then we had, it was nice. Um, Doctor Strange, and it was Valkyrie, and it was good. All the people from the past movies and stuff like that that was known that came and helped with the Avengers side against Thanos' army, and they was going at it between Thanos trying to get the stones so he could wipe out the whatever he needs to do, and the Avengers trying to get the thing so they could go in their history and finish and destroy Thanos. So it was like, it was crazy. It was ultimate. And I was saying, oh my gosh, I'm gonna see. I said, who gonna get it? Who gonna get it? Thanos not playing. He gonna get it. He not having it. He's strong. And I was like, wow, it had me going. I enjoyed that column. And eventually something happened. Whoever side won, figured out who side won. Um, and then it was something sad that happened at the end. And it was good. And then after a while, things was explained, and it just patched up different things. Title of um, hero titles got transferred to another person. People, family got back together. People dispersed, do they got a thing. They travel, all that stuff. People make different decisions than they was usually doing, and that's how it was a good conclusion of the Marvel. And like I said, I had enjoyed it. Now, personally, if I would give them out of 5 stars, when one being horrible and 5 being great, I would rate this movie a 4. Like I said, I rated a 4 because it was a good movie. I enjoyed it, but I think it could have been done better at some point in plot. Because in my opinion, if Thanos is the ultimate evil of the Marvel universe, then I think they should have had more action scenes and something battling Thanos than more what they did battling him at the end. They could have had it throughout the whole thing. Thanos wreaking havoc, getting on different time periods, doing this, and the people realized it was a lost cause. And then it gets to that point when I feel like I didn't like, and then it went back to rewrite their wrongs and stuff like that. And it would give more action to it, because I was like, yo, it would give him more time to show what a badass it was. Even though the last movie they showed that, but he was collecting the stones. Now he got the stones. I would wish he would use the stones and have fighting scenes, a lot of fighting scenes in this movie where he used his power. He used the time stone, and then he used the power stone, and he used the soul stone, and he was, I forgot the names of the other stones, the mind stone, and stuff like that. So I could have sworn he would have used that in time point and had different time periods, and then going on and fight whoever's available left, and do that, and then had that happen when they did corner him and stuff like that. He did what he had to do. He got them away. He retired, all that stuff. Did corner him, did what they had to do, and then went back in time, rewrite the wrongs, just like that, and then go back and forward and lead to that point. And they still had that final showdown, even though they realized, you know what, we have to get somebody, need more help, because she is too very powerful. But I didn't explain, they didn't really show much of Thanos' powers after he got the stones. They did a lot of him getting it, but when he got the stones, he did something. I was like, oh, he got the stones and he did something with the stones. It's like, wow, really? That's it? And you just going on living your merry life? Like, come on, that's not really much of a storyline to me, and much of a point of you collecting the stones if you just go do that. So I wish he would have did more. I wish it would have been more action scenes. It was action in the movie, don't get me wrong, but I could have sworn with the end game like this, being a 3 hour long, instead of cutting down with so many of the dialogues, they could have did the dialogue, but did more of the action where you see more Thanos going pounded and being powerful, because if I remember correctly, being young, he was the ultimate hero. He was not the hero, ultimate villain. So for going out of that, I was like, I would have wished they would have had more scenes, action scenes and fighting scenes between Thanos and some of the people, and realize they can't beat him, so they had to go back and try and figure out another way, and then they bested him and stuff like that. And that's how I feel it could have been done, and it would have been done better. But don't get me wrong, the movie was good. You will get your money's worth watching it, and you enjoyed it. It's like that. If you didn't like it, tell me what part you didn't like. But I had enjoyed it. Like I said, I rated 4 out of 5 stars, and I can't wait till the next good movie to watch. Hopefully they will do more Marvel movies. I don't know what else they could do. I know they got more money in their stacks because I know they're gonna make a lot of money from this Marvel movie exactly from this. So hopefully they will do more superheroes. We could get yeah, see more superheroes. All right, all right. So that was my mini review. Like I said, it was a little bit spoilers. I'll try not to spoil too much details, but for me to explain how I feel about some things, I had to give a little bit. So, um, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. If you're new to my channel, tell me what you think about this movie. If you've seen the movie yourself, and what's your viewpoints? Did you like it? If you didn't like it, what points you would have changed? What part you would have done? So like that. Tell me how do you view, and let's discuss. All right, peace.